my name is Michelle. Welcome back to my classroom. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. As you can see by the title, I'm going to share with you why I chose to quit NeuABC before I taught my first lesson. I signed my contract with NeuABC on December the 8th, and I notified them on January the 11th to inform them that I will not be continuing in my contract. Before I get into the video, I do want to say if you are new to my channel, welcome. On this channel, you will find live class recordings where I share with you the different techniques I use when I teach English online. I also like to offer you transparent videos of my earnings so that you can see how much money can be made in this industry. And I also provide teaching tips. So if those are things that would interest you, I do ask that you would consider subscribing to my channel. If you are a return viewer, thank you so much for joining me. So as I said, I'm going to share with you why I chose to quit NeuABC before I taught my first lesson. All these things that I share with you are all personable to me. I don't share this information to discredit NeuABC in any way or to discourage anyone from applying. Again, these things are personable to me. I will say now that I've been teaching English online for almost 2 years, there are a number of things I try to avoid just to ensure I am my best teaching self. I do have a list of 6 things, so let's get into this video. So number 1, in my opinion, NeuABC has a lack of structure and or organization. As I've shown you in my previous video, all of the lessons with NeuABC are taught in the Class-In platform. So when you enter into the classroom, it's a blackboard and you and your student. The lesson that you have to teach is not available to you until you retrieve it from the file. So once you retrieve your lesson from the file and bring it into the classroom, there may be a number of songs that go along with that lesson as well. You have to retrieve those songs from the file. So anything you bring into the classroom in addition to your lesson just may cover your lesson. So you have to resize those things and put them off into the corner to ensure your lesson is visible to your student at all times. So if this is your first lesson for the day, you can very easily go into the classroom ahead of time and make these preparations before the start of your day. But if you have back-to-back lessons, you have to make these preparations during your lesson. In my opinion, this will be a huge distraction to my student. This will not only affect my student's level of engagement, but it will also affect the flow of the lesson. I personally prefer a more fluid lesson where I don't have to constantly be up and down with my energy. Number 2, with NeuABC, the curriculum is not tailored to a certain age group. So the lesson you receive for your 12-year-old, you can very easily receive for your 5-year-old. I personally have independent students that I teach outside of the ESL companies that I work with, and I make my own curriculum for those students. I can't imagine using my curriculum for my 5-year-old student to teach my 12-year-old student. I think that would require me to do a lot of expansion of the material, and eventually all of my teaching will become very repetitive. In my opinion, that will be very frustrating for myself and my student. Number 3, with NeuABC, the curriculum does not include teaching tips and or an objective. So for new teachers, you don't have any support in that sense. Not only do you not know what's the intent of the material, you don't have any teaching tips to reference to get an idea of how the lesson should be taught. So you pretty much teach the lesson according to what you think would be best for your student and their comprehension level. Number 4, with NeuABC.
So there is one other thing that I forgot to mention with NeuABC. They do have a DingTalk app that you can access. The DingTalk app is simply a communication platform they use to communicate to staff back and forth about different things. In there you can find general teaching tips and objectives. But again, these are general teaching tips and objectives. They are not specific to any lesson, so they may be helpful or they may not.
A comprehension level. Number 4, with NeuABC, you do have to take an assessment and score a grade of 100 before you move on to teach your first test lesson. In my opinion, my demo lesson, my credentials, and my experience should suffice. Number 5, during my new teacher training, I noticed that the curriculum songs were very slow. We all know that in this industry, it is recommended that you maintain high energy throughout your lesson. In my opinion, I think it would be very difficult to maintain high energy with such slow songs. Number 6, from the time I did my phone interview to the time I did my new teacher training, it just didn't feel like a good business relationship for me. So those are the reasons why I chose to quit NeuABC. Again, these things are all personable to me. These are things I try to avoid just to ensure I am my best teaching self. Thank you so much for watching this video. I do hope that you found it to be helpful. If so, please give me a like and I'll see you in my next video. Teach happy. Happy teaching.